An expensive property is usually expensive for reasons beyond size. In real life, buyers pay for scarcity, convenience, desirability, quality, status, future potential, and reduced uncertainty. One ordinary version is a small waterfront apartment costing more than a larger inland apartment because the view cannot be easily copied. The practical lesson is that the expensive part may be what surrounds the home, not the home itself. Scarce location is the strongest driver. Under the surface, land near business districts, beaches, metro stations, elite schools, or historic centers cannot be manufactured quickly. Think of a central plot staying expensive even when the building on it is old. The viewer should remember that real estate value often comes from irreplaceable position. Convenience adds daily value. The practical engine is simple. Short commutes, nearby groceries, walkable streets, parking, hospitals, and schools reduce friction every week. Picture a parent paying more to live 15 minutes from school instead of driving 45 minutes twice a day. Once you see that, buyers price the time and stress they save. View and light can create emotional premiums. Mechanically, natural light, skyline views, sea views, park views, and privacy change how a home feels every day. This shows up when two identical units in the same building differing sharply because one faces open water and one faces a wall. That small detail changes the decision because buyers pay for daily experience, not only square footage. Build quality affects expensive perception. The process works because materials, insulation, soundproofing, elevators, plumbing, air conditioning, and maintenance standards reduce future hassle. You can see it when a premium building charging more because residents rarely face leaks, noise, or broken common areas. This matters because durability and comfort can justify a higher price. Brand reputation can attach to property. The hidden lever is that well-known developers, architects, communities, or luxury towers may command trust before inspection. For example, a buyer preferring a proven developer because past projects maintained value better. So the useful takeaway is that reputation reduces perceived risk and can raise willingness to pay. Amenities can raise price when they match the buyer. The moving part is this: gym, pool, security, concierge, children's areas, co-working rooms, and parks turn the property into a lifestyle package. A simple example is a young professional paying extra for a building with gym, workspace, and metro access. The result is that amenities are valuable when they replace services the buyer would otherwise buy separately. Low supply in the exact category makes a property expensive. What changes the outcome is that a city may have many homes overall but few family villas, few waterfront units, or few affordable homes near transport. A realistic case is 3-bedroom homes near a popular school becoming expensive despite many one-bedroom flats nearby. That is why property markets are segmented. The shortage must be measured in the right category. Future development can increase today's price. In real life, new transit, malls, universities, business districts, or waterfront upgrades can change expectations before completion. One ordinary version is land near a planned metro station rising because buyers anticipate easier commuting later. The practical lesson is that real estate prices often include tomorrow's story. Rental income can make investment property expensive. Under the surface, investors value homes based on rent potential, occupancy, expenses, and yield. Think of a modest apartment near a hospital selling at a premium because nurses and staff rent there consistently. The viewer should remember that income reliability can matter more than luxury finishes. Zoning and permissions can add value. The practical engine is simple. A property that can be expanded, converted, or redeveloped may be worth more than its current use suggests. Picture an old house on land approved for higher density apartments attracting developer interest. Once you see that, rights attached to land can be as valuable as the structure. Low maintenance risk supports higher prices. Mechanically, buyers discount properties that may need roof work, structural repairs, legal cleanup, or major system replacement. This shows up when a slightly smaller but well-maintained home selling above a larger neglected one. That small detail changes the decision because certainty has a price in real estate. Status can become part of the price. The process works because certain addresses, towers, communities, or views signal achievement and social identity. You can see it when a buyer choosing a prestigious building even when a practical alternative costs less. This matters because some real estate purchases satisfy emotional and social needs as well as housing needs. Financing conditions can inflate expensive markets. The hidden lever is that when borrowing is easy or rates are low, more buyers can bid higher for the same property. For example, families stretching budgets during low-rate periods because monthly payments look manageable. So the useful takeaway is that expensive prices may reflect cheap credit as much as better homes. Foreign or outside demand can change local prices. The moving part is this: investors, second home buyers, or relocating professionals may bring budgets different from local incomes. A simple example is a beach town becoming expensive when remote workers from higher income cities arrive. The result is that a property can become expensive because the buyer pool changes. Taxes and ownership costs still matter. What changes the outcome is that a high purchase price may be only part of the expensive reality when service charges, repairs, insurance, and taxes are included. A realistic case is a luxury apartment with affordable mortgage but very high building service fees. That is why expensive property should be judged by total carrying cost. A buyer should separate price from value. In real life, a property can be expensive but worth it for a specific buyer, or cheap but unsuitable. One ordinary version is a costly accessible home near medical care being rational for an elderly parent. The practical lesson is that value depends on how well the property solves the buyer's real problem. Property becomes expensive when many buyers compete for features that are limited, useful, trusted, or emotionally powerful. Under the surface, location, scarcity, quality, income, future potential, and social meaning all add layers. Think of a prime home combines short commute, strong rent, trusted building, rare view, and low repair risk. The viewer should remember that the price is high because several forms of value are stacked together. A property becomes expensive when many buyers value the same advantages and those advantages are hard to replace. A sea view, short commute, good school access, quiet street, or rare plot size can raise demand because buyers cannot easily create those features somewhere else. The more unique and useful the advantage, the more pricing power it can create. Condition also changes price, but not always in a simple way. A beautiful kitchen may impress buyers, but structural problems, old wiring, poor layout, or weak parking can still hold value down. Cosmetic upgrades are visible, functional limitations are discovered during viewings, inspections, or daily living. Expensive properties usually combine appearance with practical usefulness. Scarcity is the engine behind many premium prices. If an area has limited land and strong demand, prices can rise even for ordinary homes. If similar homes are available everywhere, buyers have leverage. This is why two properties with similar interiors can have very different prices. The location market may be completely different. So an expensive property is rarely expensive for one reason only. It is usually a bundle of location, scarcity, condition, layout, future potential, financing demand, and buyer emotion. The smart question is not, is this property nice? The smart question is, which part of the price is supported by real value, and which part is just excitement?